Hey there again, Techians. So I guess you were thrilled by by the previous videos, wherein you were able to move the player left to right to left, and clamp it at a specific position, and then you're also able to instantiate the game objects, which is the letters, at a random position. So those are just the primary ingredients for this game. We don't have yet the main. Well, anyway, it doesn't have any main ingredient. I'm just joking. Well, for this module, I'll be teaching you how to um, make UI or design a UI inside your game. Just the basic. It's not that beautiful. Anyway, the UI will be responsible for the score or the score text, which will appear in your game, and the life point also, and the power up, as well as we are going to include the buttons for the home home button, wherein if the learner or the player clicks that button, it will load the scene main menu, and which we will be creating later on. And then also for the reset level, if he or she wants to reset this game. And lastly, whenever the player loses the game, a game over text should appear here, and vice versa, or if otherwise, if the player wins, winner text should appear here. And if that winner text appear, also the portal wherein if the player moves there, it will be or the player will be transferred into the next level. You get the logic. There are tons of games that uses portal in order to teleport to the next level or to go to the next level. So first, let us have the UI. So to make the UI, hit the add button at the hierarchy panel, UI, and hit canvas. So everything in the canvas, or every UI element, will be included here in the canvas. So we don't want to edit the UI like this one, wherein we're gonna zoom it out. Hit the canvas, then click the render mode, screen space overlay, and select screen space camera. And we're gonna drag our bad boy camera here. So once you double click the canvas, it is now fit within the camera size, so that when you edit your UI, it will be easy for you to include all the UI elements. So first, we need here an image for the life, the score, and the power up. So on canvas, right click canvas and UI, select image. So we're gonna rename this image as life, and the source image, we're gonna head over to UI sprites, and for the life image, I'm gonna include this catcher image. So we haven't changed the sorting there of canvas. We should be changing it to letter. So there you have it. We have now the letter, and I will make its size as is, since I'm just going to put it in here. So the life value will be here. So we have the game, and so 269, 461. Let's write that down. So let's hit notepad. So pose x 269 x y 461. Yep, 461. Okay. Next, we're gonna duplicate the life image so that we can have also for the score and the power up. So duplicate and rename, score, and then duplicate again, rename power up. So let's drag this one. So the size, the relative size is 269 at the X. So since we're gonna move it in the X axis, I guess we should just okay here -18, and the Y is 461. Okay, and then the power up. The power up will be here instead, and the score will be here. So they're all in the x-axis, so we're just gonna make the value of y the same for all three of them. So 461, 464, 61, and this should be 461 also. So there you have it. So we have a game, and we have here 3 images. So we're not gonna make it as the catcher image. So for the life catcher, for the score, I want this portal, and for the power up, let's head to power up sprites and drag this missile. So there you have it. We have now these sprites for the power up, life, and score. Next, we have to add there the text value of each or in these 3 game objects. So hit canvas, UI, and we're gonna use the legacy text. I don't want to use the text mesh pro text, and we're gonna rename it as life, or let's have first the power up text. So we're gonna drag this bad boy here, and should this yield be 461, and the text, we're gonna have the initial value of 0, and let's make it bold, and the font size, let's make it bigger. Oops. So we should be making the text bigger. Let's make it center actually. Let's make font size bigger and bigger and bigger until it suits your preference. So I guess this is good for me. I'll make it as is and just duplicate it for the live text, and also for the score text. Oops, not rename, duplicate and rename. Oh, not duplicate. Just rename. Power up text. Live text score. So rename this one score text. Let's remove here the 1. Okay. So let's just drag this bad boy to its corresponding UI image. So the live text, let's drag it here, which is 461, not 464. Okay, and also the power up or the score text, which is here, and we're gonna have it 461. So let's see, and there we have it. We have now the UI for the power up, life, and the score. Next, we're gonna add the button. So we have here where I'm gonna place the button, home button, and here. So in the canvas, let's say let's add UI and button. I don't want to use the button text mesh pro. Instead, I want to use the button legacy. So button, I'm gonna have to add a UI sprite. This will be the home button. Let's rename it first, home, and then duplicate it, and we're gonna have to also make a button for the replay. So let's just drag this baby boy here, 467, and this should also be 467. So we're just gonna have to make a sprites for it. Let's head over to UI sprites. For the home button, I'm gonna use this one. So home, make sure the home is selected, and then drag this here at the UI sprite, and then we can enlarge this one. Okay, there you have it. Game, we have there now the home button, and at I don't want to use the text which is a child of this home game object, so I'm just gonna have to delete it. And also in the replay, then the replay, select the replay, and I'm going to drag this sprite for replay, and I'm gonna have to resize it as well. So we have now the button for the UI, home, and replay. And next, since we have already included it in the hierarchy at the earlier videos, so we're just gonna have to just enable it. There you have it, this game over. We also have the portal and the winner. Let's make this a letter. Yep, this is too small. Well, anyway, we're not gonna make these sprites appear at the start of the game. Instead, we're gonna make a script to it wherein when the game starts, this should first be disabled or deactivated. And for that bad boy, we're gonna apply the static instance. If you haven't watched this video, if you just skip in this part wherein we build the game already, be sure to watch that first, so that you will be able to understand the next steps that I will be making. So this is it for the UI. We already have the buttons for this one and also this one, replay, and for the image and the text, whenever the score increments, it will appear here, and whenever the life decreases, it will appear also here, and whenever we get a power up, it will appear here. I guess we're still missing something. Oh yeah, I know. Whenever the game or the player loses the game in this particular level, this button should also be present here inside the game over. So we're just gonna have to duplicate that home. Let's say duplicate home. Let's say home. Let's just put game over, since it will be over the game over text or sprite. And so we're gonna have to drag it first here. We're gonna also deactivate this as the game starts, and replay, duplicate. We're gonna rename it replay game over. So let's drag this bad boy here, and there we have it. Or we can just make this as a child of the game over. We will be experimenting that later on once we make our game manager instance, or the manager instance, or the manager static instance. So next we will be doing that.